BHP UK, and we're just about to commence some work on a Honda CB650R. It is, of course, the Euro 5 bike. It's a 2023 model. These are a fabulous bike, inline 4, 650cc. They ride really, really well on the road. This particular one has got the Akrapovic exhaust system on it. That'll obviously compound the already restrictive Euro 5 emissions, and we'll do what we can and make it run perfectly, make it fuel perfectly, and make sure we transform the way that the bike puts the power down on the road. So the Honda CB650R, what do we manage to do with this bike as far as the remapping was concerned? Well, the bike made at wide open throttle at 95 brake horsepower at the back wheel. We've put an indicative plot on there for a stock bike, which would normally make about 87 horsepower. So with a D-cat and a remap, you're looking at a gain of about 8 brake horsepower. Quite a substantial gain, and you'll certainly feel it. The flat spot at between 5,000 and 6,000 RPM has been eradicated. You definitely feel that when you're on the road. The bike did need a lot of fuel adding everywhere. This is the plot with the Acra system on it, and the red is after the map, the blue is prior to the map. You can see by looking at the fueling plot that we've had to add quite a huge amount of fuel to this everywhere throughout the rev range. As always the case, the lower you get down in throttle openings, the more difference you will actually feel, and the more difference that the fueling and the remapping makes to the bike. You can see here at 50% throttle, the stock bike at about 8,000 RPM starts to plateau off and then decrease in power, whereas the map bike will carry on making more and more power up till about 11,000 RPM. At 25%, the bike is absolutely transformed. You can see from both the fueling and the power plots that it's going to be a totally different bike to ride on the road. The throttle response now is much more immediate. That big latency has now totally disappeared, and the engine puts the power down in a much more smooth manner. This bike is available on our ECU flasher. This is a device that lets you take a read from your bike, send that file to us, let our map writers know what you've done to the bike, and they'll write you a map accordingly. We really do hope you're enjoying what we're bringing to the channel. Please do hit the like, subscribe, and the bell icon. It really does help us out, and it keeps you notified of any new content that we're bringing to the channel. We have a lot of really interesting projects in the pipeline, so do stay tuned and we'll keep you notified of when we get them.